Alright, so in today's video, we're going to be going over Zhezhi, whether you should summon for her or not. Now, Zhezhi is going to be the first banner for 1.2, but a lot of people are considering not summoning for her because of Shorekeeper, and Shorekeeper is going to be our new limited 5-star character for 1.3 that is a support character as well. Now, obviously, free-to-play don't really have that many summons, so we have to think about summoning very wisely on whatever characters do come out. So going over Zhezhi is going to be our next 5-star character for patch 1.2. She's going to be a Glacio character that deals coordination, damage, attacks for the most part. That's really what her basis is around on, and she specializes in basic attack and damage as well. We do have the gacha animation as well. I'm not really sure if this is posted on official yet, but we did get the 1.2 post, the dev notes that did have like a preview of it a little bit, but this is the entire animation for it. Obviously a really cute animation, gotta love her. Is there any Kumers down here? Oh, definitely. Let me just not even go down there. And then going over the weapon as well. Now, to be honest, I think Zhezhi is a very free-to-play friendly character if you win the 50-50. I think if you lose the 50-50 on Zhezhi and you are free-to-play, honestly, just skip her and go for Shorekeeper, if I'm being honest. When it does come to her weapon is kind of cracked at the end of the day, right? So her weapon is going to have 72% crit damage value on it. And basically what the weapon actually does is basically buffing her basic attack damage bonus to help her liberation do more damage at the end of the day. Now, if you're not really playing Zhezhi to specialize in more damage, because a lot of people that are trying to pull for her are just pulling for her for faster Gen C forte maxing. But if you do want to play her as a DPS, you're gonna want her weapon. If you don't have her weapon, then String Master is obviously gonna work if you did pull for Yinlin, and obviously after that it's gonna be Cosmic Ripples. Now, if you are going to be using Zhezhi more so for a support or liberation bot, that's where she becomes a bit more free-to-play friendly, because at the end of the day, you're most likely just going to end up running variation on her. And as we know how the tower works, everyone can swap out their weapons, so you just want to run variation for her for energy regen, and you just want to use her as a liberation bot. This is pretty much the way to go. You don't really have to pull her weapon. Her weapon is just for extra damage at the end of the day. But if your Gen C is built, which everyone's Gen C should be kind of built, because it's not hard to build Gen C at all, then she can just run variation. Just run Moonlit set with ER 3 cost. You don't even need Glacio damage, and just use her as a liberation bot for the most part. Now let's go over the patch details. Obviously we have the character here. We're gonna have Shishia, Baji, and Senwa here. Again, some people like to summon on banners just for the 4-star characters. I never agree with that. I think that's the most dumb thing ever, because, well, if you spend, right, sure, go ahead, but if you are free to play and you are spending on banners to get a 4-star character, I think it's the most dumb thing ever. You'll get them eventually. There's no content in this game that you absolutely have to clear, and if you don't, you're gonna die. Like, just honestly, just wait for the next banner to come out that you actually want to pull for. And then obviously we get her weapon. Now on her weapon we have Dauntless Evernight, which Dauntless is used for Tao Chi, but for the most part you'll never really use Tao Chi. You'd rather use Discord on Tao Chi if you are a Tao Chi enjoyer for, skill maxing, maybe in hologram or something like that. We have Jinzhou Keeper. This one's basically the free-to-play damage rectifier, so if you do end up summoning on her banner and you get this maxed out, that will help you a lot. And then we have Hollow Mirage. I mean, no one really plays Gauntlet characters, but if you do, Hollow Mirage is actually the one that gives liberation damage, right? So that's the one that's actually good for Xing Liao, if I remember. Oh, it's not. Never mind. This is ass. Okay, so the only one that's really good there is Jinzhou Keeper. Which one am I actually thinking of that's actually good for? Is it a chord? I think it's a chord, right? Ah, it is a chord. Right. Don't know why I thought it was the other one. But anyways, let's see what else is here. Obviously, we have the trial. Xing Liao's banner as well. Xing Liao's banner is actually kind of cracked for Donjin enjoyers and Wan Wu, obviously. And then Xing Liao's weapon banner, not really that important. Everyone gets Xing Liao for free at the end of the day. Now let's go a little bit. Also, did they have a? Oh my god, Kuro had another typo. Hey, we love Kuro, right? That's basically their specialty at this point. So Zhezhi, honestly, at the end of the day, should you summon for her? It really just depends how much summons you have, obviously, but I do believe if you are able to summon for the 50-50, honestly, go for it. And if you end up winning, cool. If you end up losing, do not go back in. I don't want to hear horror stories that are free to play. Oh, I lost 50-50 and I went back in, and now I don't have any summons for Shorekeeper. Well, no kidding. And honestly, this isn't really the patch to be just summoning on anything that you would like at the end of the day, if I'm being honest, because we are not going to get as many summons as you might think this patch. If I actually pull up the expected pulls for this patch, so apparently we are going to get about 67 if you are free to play. Obviously I'm a spender, it doesn't really apply to me, but if you're free to play, you will barely have enough. Now this is pretty much an old calculation from a while ago. I believe this was 28 days ago, so things can change by a little bit, right? But you will just have enough for one pity. Barely that, right? This is not really the patch like the 1.1 patch to where you can really just spend anything that you want. I believe this one, right? This one has 92. It may not seem a lot, right? But hey, those 22 summons can come in clutch, right? It don't seem like a lot, but they can come in clutch. So it's really just a slower patch. It's not really worth it for you to be going all in on something because it'll be kind of hard to recover from it. So really do consider that. 1.3 is obviously going to be better because it's going to be more story based because of the new character that's coming out. So you really have to consider a lot of things when you're thinking about summoning for a character. But Zhezhi will only really help you if, I mean, honestly, if you're really just looking for a liberation bot for Gen C. Other than that, unless you're just like a Zhezhi enjoyer, you love girls with glasses, pigtails, things like that, or not pigtails, twin tails, right? You know, by all means, just go for her. But if you're actually trying to think about what you should actually do with your account, if you think that she really doesn't apply anything and you can clear all the content perfectly fine without Zhezhi, then just don't pull for her. Shorekeeper is going to be way better. It's going to be way more useful for your account at the end of the day. You'll be able to clear content that you probably wasn't able before because all the buffs that Shorekeeper does give. So really consider that at the end of the day. Yeah, Shorekeeper is around the corner. It may seem long, but I promise you, hey, Shorekeeper will really feel like it's coming soon. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a like, subscribe if you guys haven't yet. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.